Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to today's video. So we have for us today, or I have for you today, a WIP and Chat as going to be the thing every Monday. And I've got the light pad off at the moment just so you can see the little bit of Flight of the Fireflies, which is the current WIP that I have got out. I'm working on. I want to get this one finished soon because this is the end, people, so I am like over halfway. I just think they look so cute. Look how little cute the Jaglins look. So today we are using, which I will start to do I think on all the videos, just tell you which tray, which pen I'm using. Obviously my tray, I've picked a purple one that you can't really see very well like this. Let me see if I can bend it a bit. It was either this one or the dark blue tray. Don't try this at home, people, with your own. But you can just see like the purple there, and there is like purple in the plants, and it's so pretty. So I thought that one kind of goes. And then I haven't even got everything out yet. I'm so disorganised. But oh well. My pen that I'm using is this one from Poshy Pens, or Poshy's Pens. It is like a mesh pen. I don't know if you can see it really well. It has like pinks, oranges and blues in it. It's really cool. I don't know what drew me to it. It looks so good sometimes in like naked light. And it looks awesome right now. So I have the 4-placer in that side and a steel tip nib. So these are both from Prism Diamond Paintings. And I need to turn my light pad on because I cannot diamond paint without a light pad. And I'm hitting the camera with my shoulder because it's like literally over me. And I'm just going to zoom in and maybe just reposition this, just so you can see better what I'm doing. Yeah, that's good. And let's decide on a colour and then we can get crack-a-lacking. So I think I'm going to do what I've done like on all of the sections that I've been working on. Do I need to move this over? I feel like I do. Do you know what? We're going to like move it to the other side. And then I'm going to have to move the camera over. Because it's not positioned right at the moment. So, for me, there we go. I'm just thinking how best to do this. It's probably going to have to go off an angle a bit. You can still see what I'm doing. So, it's been a week, guys. It's been one of them weeks again. I haven't actually had a lot of diamond painting time because I have actually been busy. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm liking the idea of actually being busy for once and having stuff to do. It's nice. It's refreshing for sure. So I'll just start from the beginning. So obviously I am recording this again on a Friday. I just want to point out. So I can't tell you yet anything about like the weekend because it hasn't happened. But I will explain that in a minute. But so Saturday I went to the match. If you remember in my last WIP and Chat I said I was going. It was my belated birthday present to finally have a matching hospitality. We won 2-0. We were 2-0 up at half time. And I predicted the end score, to be honest. I predicted 1-0 up at half time though. So that's where I failed. Because if they'd have scored the second one in the second half, I'd have won a tray of pucker pies. Which was so nice. But yeah, because you had to get, and this is just in hospitality, like it's a thing that they do. But if you predict correctly the first goal scorer, which I did, you predict the score at half time, which that's the one I fall short on, and then the full time score, which I predicted correctly, is 2-0. Then you win a tray of prize. So we were 2-0 up at half time. No goals scored in the second half because we ended up having a man sent off. So we were down to 10 men. Yeah. But it was nice. I mean, my dad complained, as he does. Just because, I mean, it wasn't... I remember it being a bit more like fantastical when we went for Daniel's birthday, and it might be a COVID thing. I didn't get my player with the man of the match. Mainly the man of the match didn't come up, which I thought was strange. They did have another player come up who was injured after the match. So before was a bit naff because they didn't have any speaker or anything. We were just eating our lunch. And they had a player come up who was injured, and he spoke after the match. And then they did birthdays. But what did I tell you about Marky Mark? He didn't put down... He put it in the programme, so I'll give it to him that I actually had my birthday wish in the programme. But he didn't put it down for me to have a picture taken with the player. So what happened was I literally walked up after that and said, "Hi, can you sign my programme please? And can I have a picture?" So I took matters into my own hands and Daniel took the picture for me. So that was a bit annoying. But overall, I enjoyed it. I really enjoy the idea of having like a meal before the match. Obviously we got a little dessert, that's the word I'm looking for. A dessert at half time. And I have got one more complaint. I'm so bad, like I'm just complaining. But yeah, no, it is one thing that I just want to tell you about because I was shocked. So they are meant to like leave your drinks on the table for you, and they did do that. Like when we went out for the first half, when we came back in, our drinks were still there. And then during half time, because half time's only like 15-20 minutes, and it literally flew by when we were sat there eating our dessert. I ordered another white wine spritz for lemonade, which is what I was drinking. And it literally came like just before I was about to go back out to watch the second half. So I just left it there. I'd had a little sip when it came out. I came back after full time and they took it away. And I was furious. And me and Daniel were like about to say something. And my dad was like, just order another one. It doesn't matter. And I'm like, well, it does matter because it was a full white wine. Like, and you literally just chucked it in the bin. Disgusting. Or if they've got a policy or something, they should tell you. But surely they didn't because my brother's was still there on the table. His cider or whatever. I don't know. But, yep, they chucked it away. So we paid for a drink that I didn't even drink. Great. I need some more wax in this pen. I'm using, it is the wax from from Diamond Den. And it smells like chocolate orange, cherry chocolate orange. So that's the wax that I use. And I put some on. And then just at the side I scrape it off and just sort it so it's nice and flat. But yeah, so that was the football match. Sunday we had a barbecue around James's mum and dad's, which I told you guys about. That was lovely, nice to see everybody. I met Jeff, the infamous Jeff. Everybody seemed really happy, spirits high. We sat outside. It was it wasn't nice weather. It was a breeze, but it wasn't like, I wasn't cold or anything. And Spencer, my little nephew, has me running around playing with him anyway, so. And we were sat there digging. He got like these little diggers, and his nana had like a plant pot that didn't have a plant in. She just like depotted it, or unpotted, I don't know which way you'd say that, but she'd taken the plant out, so he just had soil in it, and he was there like digging in this soil, making a right mess, which was so funny. And I said to him, I was like, have you ever seen Bob the Builder? And he's like, no. I said, oh, let me put you on Bob the Builder. So we sat and watched Bob the Builder as well while he was playing. That was really cute. I enjoyed that day. Monday. Okay, so Monday was Bank Holiday Monday in the UK. And somebody's once commented on another video, like, they were really confused as to what a bank holiday was. And they were like, is it just a holiday for the bank? So I think it came about that it used to be, because banks were open all the time, so these were holidays where the banks would shut and have off. But we all, like, well, most industries have a bank holiday off. My mum, I mean, she's off, like I said, she'd hurt her back, so she's off anyway. But she wouldn't have been off if not, you know, poorly. So bank holidays are literally, I think I've got all that symbol, where most industries, unless they are industries that like you have to work 7 days a week, you know, sort of you can't shut down, have bank holidays off. So as a teacher, I'll have a bank holiday off. James had a bank holiday off as well. Although, he ended up going into work in the morning. For his own stupid fault, because he ordered our... So, we have for dinners every day. They're called Fresh Prep. And it's a company that's based in Chesterfield where James works, who basically freshly prepare meals and like weigh them and everything, and they usually between like 400-600 calories for the entire thing, and it's all fresh food. Like, oh, we had a really nice, I liked the lasagna this week, but they are proper meals that they prepare freshly. It's not like, you know, microwave meals that you get at a supermarket. And they deliver them once a week, and our delivery day is Monday. And James ordered it for delivery on the Monday, thinking that's fine, and then remembered, oh yeah, it's bank holiday, I'm not actually at work, because they deliver it to his work, because they're in Chesterfield. They don't deliver to Rotherham where we live, so he has to get the delivery to Chesterfield, so he has to be at work. So anyway, he went in and was like, it's fine, they usually deliver like between 9 and 10 anyway in the morning, so I can just go and sit and mess on my computer, whatever, it's fine. And then he went in and they didn't deliver it, and he said to me, oh, they've not delivered the food. And I was like, well, I was trying to tell you before you went in, maybe they won't deliver because it's a bank holiday. Like, did you ever, I know, ask? But to be fair, it doesn't actually say it on the website, like, oh, no deliveries, or deliveries for Monday will be Tuesday instead due to bank holiday, or anything like that. But anyway, he phones up and they go, yeah, we're not delivering today, we'll deliver tomorrow. So he'd just gone to work for no reason. So he comes and picks me up, and we were like, what do you want to do? And we decided to go to the Sheffield City Centre, because I go to the Uni of Sheffield, or we did go there, but my PGDE, my teacher training, also is with the university. Like, you have to go through a university to get the qualification. You're still classed as a student, but you're classed as a postgraduate student. So you've already graduated from your undergrad, that was my maths degree. That was an undergraduate degree. And then you become a postgraduate student. So I'm now a postgraduate student, but I have an induction week. Well, as you are seeing this video, I am just finishing up. I'll be on my way home from, if you're watching it, you know, on Monday when it comes out. But I will literally have done my first day of the induction week. And they've given us a timetable and gave us like the room bookings for it. So I thought, oh, well, we could use this today, because James was like, I don't really want to spend money. I want to do something that's free. And I was like, well, why don't we go to Sheffield City Centre and just walk and make sure I know where my buildings are for what I've got timetabled in. So we were like, that sounds like a good idea. So we did that. And we went, and the buildings were where we thought they were, and they were quite close to the car park. And they're all close together. So we were done that pretty quick. And then I was like, okay, well, what else do we want to do then? And so we just went for a walk round the city centre, but there's not much there anymore. It is kind of run down. So we didn't take long to walk around it, basically. And then I wanted us to stay out, because obviously we'd not got our fresh prep meals. So we had to have something else for dinner. And I wanted to stay out so we could eat our dinner out. So we just decided we'd go for an early one. We walked up to Nando's, which, if you don't have a Nando's where you guys are from, it is, I want to say it's Portuguese. I think it's Portuguese, but it's like basically peri-peri chicken. And we were going to have that, and then they were like, oh, we're full. And I said, well, what about the one, there's a Doncaster, because we can get it just straight on like the M18 to come home, and we just carry on going, and we're in Doncaster. So we were like, okay, that sounds like a good idea. And James said, oh, it's round by the cinema, I really want to go to the cinema. So I said, okay, well, I'll have a look what's on. So I had a look, and that new movie, Free Guy, was on. It's got like Ryan Reynolds in it and Jodie Comer here that plays in Killing Eve. And I was a bit apprehensive in a way. I mean, I love Ryan Reynolds. I think he's so funny. And all the movies he's done, I do like. Apart from, obviously, Green Lantern. But I don't actually know anybody that didn't think that movie was rubbish. But apart from that, he's grown so much since then. I love everything he does. So I thought to myself, well, I've got to give it a shot. And basically, Free Guy was about a game. It's a bit like a Grand Theft Auto-y game, and this player starts to... He's not a player, he's a non-playable character, so just a character in the game, starts to basically start having feelings and basically be AI. And he likes this player who's in there, who's trying to get information to sue the company that makes the game. That's all I'll say. And so at first I'm thinking, oh, it's about a game, and I can't stand games. I'm just not that type of person, you know, I can't watch. I didn't think I'd be able to watch it. I didn't think I'd be able to like it. But like I said, I like what Ryan Reynolds does, so I just thought I've got to give it a shot. And I'm really glad I did, because it is not overly gamey, and it is actually really, really, really funny. It's amazing. So I actually enjoyed it so much, and I'm really glad I went. And we went, and so we had dinner first. We went to Frankie and Benny's because the Nando's was also full. There. And the annoying thing with Nando's is you can't even ring up and book. It is walk up only, so you can literally put all on the line, go there, walk up, and then be like, sorry, we don't have a table. Which is what happened. So we ended up going to Frankie and Benny's instead and had ribs. We had a full rack of ribs each, which were yummy. And then I obviously had like popcorn and a Tango Ice Blast at the cinema, which was nice. So we gone there, get home, sat at home, and lo and behold, James's sister messages me saying, hey, I was thinking about tomorrow taking Spencer to watch the new Paw Patrol movie at the cinema. Do you want to come? And I'm like, you know what? It's weird because while I was at the cinema, I actually thought to myself, Spencer's never been. Like, he is nearly 4. He's 4 in November. And he's never been to the cinema. And I was thinking about that. And then she messages. It was like so coincidental. So, of course, I said I'd go. Well, I wasn't doing anything else. I can put diamond painting on hold, right, to have fun with my nephew. That is fine. That's why I've not done much, because all these days I've done like 0 diamond painting. So we just had a really, really fun time. And so we went with him. He sat through the whole movie, which I didn't think he was going to do. Sorry, I was just saving my camera. Memory card. And yeah, he sat through the entire thing, which I thought was awesome. He was stealing all my sweets. His mum got him some popcorn, some toffee popcorn in a bag. I think she thought it would probably be less messy. So she got him some toffee popcorn in a bag and a slushie. They did, at the cinema, we went to the one in Sheffield, and they didn't have Tango Ice Blast, but they had like, I think slushies brought out, like a fizzy Tango Ice Blast like thing, but it's slushy flavours. So he had like a little one and that and some chocolate. And I had some popcorn, some nachos and a large blue slushie. He had like a red one. And a little cheeky terror was like stealing all my popcorn. Obviously I don't mind. Like, but it was funny because he does it in a way that he knows he shouldn't be, but he's doing it anyway. So he'll look at you and like be like hee hee and like put his hand in. And then even better, because like, do you know how you have the cup holders on the seat? He said I had my, because we were on an end, so I had my cup like away from him, and then I had my phone in the holder that was next to him. And he turned around and he was like, he tapped me and said, Auntie Leisha, where's your drink? And I said, oh, it's here. And he said, oh, put it here next to me. So I put it there. I was like, okay. Then he says, what did he say now? It was so funny. He said something like, he said, I have red. And I went, oh yeah, I've got blue. And he says, oh, I like blue. I was like, oh, do you now? And he's like, yeah. And I said, right, well, are you wanting a sip of my blue one? And his like little head just comes down and he just sips it, and then throughout the film then he's like going to his and having a drink of his and then coming back and having a slip of mine. Little cheeky terror. It was so funny though. I do absolutely adore my nephew. And I love being part of his life, and like there's so many things like that. Now I can say like, oh, I was with Spencer the first time he went to the cinema ever, and me and his mum took him like strawberry picking for the first time together. We took him to mini golf for the first time. It's really nice to just be part of them sort of things, and obviously as he grows up I can say, oh Spencer, I came with you to the cinema for your first ever film, and I'll remember it and I'll be like, it was Paw Patrol. So I think it's just really nice that I was able to do that. So then easy breezy days. Thursday, okay, yeah, so Wednesday nothing. Thursday I booked in to have my eyebrows waxed, and I went to go get my nails infilled. Same as, I'm going for this style now. This is literally what I will have on my nails for like, well, until I get really, really bored of it. But I just think it's really nice. They're like short. They're not, obviously I'm like being like in my face right now, but they're not in your face. It's like an ombre tip, and it's like nude acrylic, and then they spray an ombre tip, and it's just clean and it's tidy and neat, and I just like it. So I just went to have them infilled. But for my eyebrows, so James's sister used to actually do both my eyebrows and my nails, because she is a beautician. But she, well, at first she kind of said when Spencer was little, like, oh, I can't really do it anymore. So I was like, that's fine, you know, I don't expect you to do it. I mean, I used to pay her, and I've always thought, oh, I'd rather pay Loz and give the money to her, because, you know, rather than giving it to somebody else, help family. So she used to do them both, and then she said she couldn't anymore, and I was like, that's fine. And then I started like going to where I go now for my nails and brows, and then she came back like to me probably after lockdown restrictions eased the first time, so like beauticians were allowed to open again, you know, it wasn't as strict as it used to be the first time around, and said, oh, I can start doing your brows again. So I was like, okay, that's fine, cool. So started going back to her for my brows being done. And then it's just hard because obviously Lauren doesn't know, she's not working. I come to her on her days off, and she doesn't know, like, obviously what's going to happen, so I don't book in. No, I just kind of, that week, like maybe the weekend or the week before, I'll text and be like, oh, Monday or Tuesday, can you do my brows? They really need being done. And then if she says no, I'm kind of stuck. Whereas if I go somewhere, I can obviously book in like a month in advance, or if I don't know a month in advance what I'm doing, I can obviously leave it and see if I can get in nearer the time. So it's just easier. And I said to her on Tuesday, and I don't want to seem like I'm binning you off or whatever, but I'm just going to start going somewhere else. And I think that's like a weight lifted off of her shoulders. I don't think she particularly, you know, wants to spend her free days doing other people's stuff. You know, it's not nice. So I think that she actually was happy with that, which I thought she would be, but I just wanted to like let her know. So I booked in at Meadowhall, which is like our shopping centre, for my brows. So I went there. But like that morning, basically we got the green light from our mortgage advisor that we could go and view properties and maybe put in an offer. So that entire morning was spent, like, we'd seen a couple of houses, and I didn't like looking for them if I knew I couldn't go for them and go for a viewing or put an offer in or anything. So as soon as she said I could do that, I was like ringing up the estate agents, like, can I have viewings? One of them got back to me and were like, oh, you can go and view this property tonight. So I text James, I'm like, oh, we can go view a house. So we went to view a house last night, which is amazing. And then this is the reason why I am filming today, Friday, instead of Saturday or Sunday, because we do have a few viewings at the weekend. So tomorrow we are going to view a new build site and have a look around them, because James still likes the idea of a new build. Like, all the houses that we've got viewings for are newer built houses and will have only been built like a couple years ago, but so they've only had like one owner. But I personally prefer that. Like I said, James kind of wants to still see a new build and what they've got to offer, but I personally like the idea of getting one that is still fairly new build, only have like one owner, like I say, and you know, because you're not on then a building site. I think that's the thing. I don't want to go to a new build site where you could probably, like, I was speaking to the woman on the phone and they have got properties that we could relatively go in straight away. And I don't want them be on a building site while they're doing the other ones. You know, that's just not my cup of tea. So I would prefer a house that's been lived in a little bit, had a bit of character. The one that I'm hoping they can get us in for a viewing this weekend, but it's not set in stone yet. The woman has said that she is contacting the owners today to see if I can come for a viewing, but I'll phone her back. I'll leave it the rest of the day till like maybe 3 o'clock, something like that, and then I'll phone back if I've not heard anything. I really like the look of this house, so fingers crossed for me. But I did like the one we went to last night. It's just, I think I can see myself living in this other one more, but we'll see. They're all 3 beds. I think they're all semi-detached as well. So they are attached to one other house. They're all on like nice little cul-de-sacs on like newish estates. Like I said, they're like relatively new. So we shall see. It probably will be a little bit of time. Who knows, if we can get in a house, or if we can get an offer accepted of a house like this month, we've got to wait to put the mortgage application in till I get my bursary, which is the 5th of October. So I've got to wait to that to put the application in. But I have got a mortgage in principle. So, but that'll be where they'll like just double check everything that you've said's correct and whatnot. Then if they approve that, who knows? Who knows? Obviously, when you buy a house, the sellers most of the time don't like already have a house ready to move into. Most of the time the way you're meant to do it is sell your house first, and then once it's sold, then look for your own house. So we would have to wait for them to then find a house, and it's called a chain, you know, because it just keeps going like that. So who knows, it could be 6 months. But even if we put an offer in September, you know, 6 months is like February, which is good. So we'll see how quick it moves, and I will keep you all updated with how the viewing is going and stuff, because I'm really excited. And I'll be able to have a craft room, and then I'll be able to do a craft room tour, and hopefully it'll be better lighting and better angles for things. But I am really loving it, and I'm loving getting back on to do these WIP and Chats for you, because I just feel like it's been such a long time, and I like, you know, being able to sit down, get a bit of diamond painting done, tell you what's been going off. I think the last one was really well received. So yeah, it's going to be WIP and Chats every Monday from now on. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's all I've got to tell you with what's been going on in my life. I don't think I've got... Oh, I will just discuss YouTube, because I've had something that just bugged me a bit, and whether or not I get thumbs down or anything for this, so be it. But I did on a video. So basically, you might have saw I unboxed my I Want It All boxes from Diamond Painting Drills in Square and Round. So they were 2 boxes with 75 colour ABs. And in both, well, I had one for square, one for round, and I think they cost something like $450 US, which for me is about 300 and something pounds, maybe 350, something like that. And there was just a few comments, and people were like, oh, that's a bit pricey, and they were like all the comments, like people saying it's a bit expensive. And I know you're probably not meaning it to come off in like a bad way, but for me, I was just reading the comments when people were putting that, and I was like, but why did you have to comment that? I mean, expense and what's expensive or not is completely subject to opinion, you know, because put it this way, it's a bit like the age-old debate about, you know, penalties for speeding fines. For example, you'll see a car that's like a Porsche or a BMW or, you know, a Tesla. They're the ones that you see speeding down the motorway, and all us lot in our little, well, I've got a Citroen, are they like, okay, well, that's just wrong. Do they not know that there's like speed cameras? Why did they not get caught for speeding? My mum always says like, it's unfair, why are they not getting caught for speeding? And it's like, they probably are, but the speeding fine for them, that £100 or whatever, is nothing. That's just like throwing money away. And, you know, think about like, what's his name, Jeff Bezos, Amazon guy. £100 to him is literally like pennies to us. So, you know, everybody's idea of what's expensive and how much something's valued. For me, like I said on the video, where I would go, maybe like in the UK to buy diamonds, would be like Row Diamonds. And I literally got up the price because I was talking to my mum about it, and I can't remember the prices off the top of my head, but they were like the same amount of money for half the amount of drills for 1,000. So to buy all them together saves a lot of money if you wanted to do that. And it was a graduation present, for goodness sakes. It was something that I wanted the splurge. And to be honest, I don't even understand why I have to feel the need to defend myself like this. If I wanted to spend my money on it, I wanted to spend my money on it. And I think it came off maybe wrong because I was like, oh, I've got an affiliate thing, an affiliate link. I'm not trying to sell you these products. That is not, and any time I say to you I've got an affiliate link for something, that is not me trying to sell you any of them products that I'm saying. For me, I got an affiliate with them because I personally like what they have to sell. And secondly, it's just one of them things, if people happen to want them, any of my subscribers or anything, I'd be very, very grateful if you did use the link to purchase them rather than just going and purchasing them off of a link. Because obviously it gives me, and it is a ridiculously small commission, like any affiliate links are, they're not big at all. And you don't pay it to me, the company pays it to me. None of your money is going, it's not like you add on the extra percentage to pay me. That's not what happens. You still pay the same price. It was just a bit like, I'm doing it just because if you happen to want to buy anything from a company that I'm affiliated with, and you happen to want to support me without having to actually support me and support the channel and what I'm doing, that is just an easy way you can do it without actually spending any extra money and giving me any money like they give it me. And some people are like, well, could you not have got a discount code? No, not all affiliate programs give you discount codes, and that's just how it is. And like I said, for me it was just, I like this company, I'm going to do it, and then if people happen to want to purchase from them, they can use my link if they might like to. That's it. That was it. I'm not trying to sell you them. I'm not personally responsible for the prices or anything like that. That's the owner of that company, Alyssa. That's it. That's who's responsible. So I think that it's just one of them things. I've bought it out of my hard-earned money. If you don't like it, you think it's expensive, that's fine. But to bombard sort of me or any YouTuber for that matter with comments like that, it's just... Oh, 1 second guys, my phone's just going off. So, super excited. They've come back and we've got a viewing for Saturday, so tomorrow at 2:30 for that house, which I just love it. And I said to James, I rung him straight up and I just said, we've got a viewing, and I said, I genuinely love this one, I can see myself living in it. He went, you said that about the last house. And I said, yeah, I did, but I've been to that house and I didn't get the sense of I can see myself living there. So I said, if I do like walk into this house and walk around it and get a sense of I could live here, like I feel like this is my home, then that is that. I've made my mind up. Because out of all of them, I'm like, I mean, he's like, we can't just put an offer in without seeing other ones. I was like, we can still see the other ones. We can put an offer in and we can see if it gets accepted, because it might not even get accepted. So we could at least put an offer in, see if it got accepted and whatnot, and then we could still look at the others and then pull out, because you can pull out at that stage. It's only until you exchange contracts that you can't pull out. So James doesn't get it. He's probably trying to rein me in, but I really like it, you know. And yeah, he's not had much to do with it, bless him. He hasn't had as much of a cheeky gander as I have, but I've literally been looking and looking and looking, and that is basically what I envisioned I'd move into. 100%. Similar size to what we live in currently, like mum and dad's house. I just love it. Anyway, I need to stop talking about it, but at least that got me off my high horse about the other thing. But anyway, so I will leave it there, guys, because I do think I've been talking for long enough, and I need to get all these videos edited today. I need to film some stuff for this week, and I will get back to you guys. So thank you so much for liking, subscribing, commenting, and of course watching. And until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next one.